So in this lesson, I want to quickly take you through the web design process. Web design has evolved over the years, and so it is very much possible to design a website or create a professional website without writing a single line of code. And I will just take you through a process. Now, I always tell people before you build anything, before you start to build anything, start with the end in mind. Try to see the end, try to see what you want to achieve, and if possible, sketch it on a piece of paper. The step one to building or designing a website is the planning stage. Planning is essential for designing a successful website without coding. The stages involves identifying what the client needs, what their goals are, and the website scope. Now, if you're telling me I want a website where I have books that I'm going to sell, book appointment, of course, I know that you need a website that has e-commerce features. E-commerce features means that there will be exchange of there'll be buying and selling on that site, right? But a normal corporate website might not exactly have e-commerce features. People don't have to pay, and so the security level required might be different than the security level for a website where people are going to be putting in their card, and then when people are going to be getting their data and all of that informed, you need something like terms and conditions and privacy policy on your website. So do you see? So the kind of website the client needs and the goals involved will determine the scope, and define the scope and help you create a detailed plan for the website. Next, you need to choose the website builder. Do you want to use Wix? Are you using Squarespace, WordPress, Weebly, or whatever? Your choice of website builder will be dependent on the client needs and budget. So for some clients, they cannot afford Wix. They like Wix, but when we paying how many dollars monthly in a year, maybe $180, 120, they're like, oh, that's so much. Can I just have something? What do you think I can use that won't cost me that much? So you see why planning is important. Later in the course, we're going to be looking at the website brief, and so in that website brief, you're going to be seeing some questions that you should ask the clients that will help you have an idea of what they need. Then after that, you need to choose your template or your theme. Once your website builder has been selected, if it's Wix, you're choosing a template. If it's WordPress, you're identifying a theme. There are different themes that you can use that would suit, and I will be looking at that later. Then next, you need to customize that theme or template to fit what you have in your plan. Then you create content. The content the client has sent to you, you put them all in, and then you can add plugins and widgets if you have any, depending on what you're using to build. Then you test, always test to be sure that the buttons are working. If I click this button, it's taking me where it should be. It is responsive, it's on mobile, it's not distorted. Test before you launch, and then the final stage is to launch the site. Now with coding skills, the process differ a bit, and if you're even using Wix, the process differs from when you're using WordPress. We're going to be looking at what we call the WordPress design framework. And there I'm going to be walking you through how it works on WordPress. But this one I just illustrated is more like Wix, designing on Wix, or maybe even Canva. So let's go further into our next topic so we don't spend so much time here. Thank you for listening.